This is a third stimulus check, fourth stimulus check, and stimulus program update. Finally, we have some great news regarding Social Security recipients getting an increased monthly pay. It's actually going to be over $200 per month increase. I'll show you the official document and give you those details. New report came out saying that a fourth and fifth stimulus check could raise up to 12 million people out of poverty. I'll also give you the latest details regarding the fourth stimulus check. Republicans came out with a counteroffer for infrastructure at $568 billion. I'll give you the spending categories with that. IRS came out with a new report saying that 2 million more stimulus checks were sent out this week. I'll let you know who should expect to get those checks. Then I'll answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you appreciate these straight to the point updates, then hit the like button down below. So I want to get your opinion on this first. Governor Jim Justice said that if West Virginia gets 70% partially vaccinated, the mask mandate will be rescinded. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Is 70% vaccination a good number to not wear masks anymore? Should it be 100%? Or should they just let the mask mandates expire? Compared to other states, they're just getting rid of the mask mandate regardless of the vaccination rate. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Next, let's talk about Bernie Sanders and how he introduced a bill to make colleges free and have Wall Street pay for it. So I mentioned this yesterday. I forgot to mention how it was paid for. So let me give a quick update on that. So for students from families making less than $125,000 annually, tuition would be erased for public four-year colleges and universities. And then it would be tuition-free education for all students attending community colleges and public trade schools. I know a lot of you commented about trade schools, so there's information there. And this would be with an annual $10 billion federal investment. The way it would be paid for is the federal government will shoulder 75% of the cost of free college at public schools, with states paying the remainder. If there's an economic downturn, then it will increase to 90% with the federal government share. And then they also want to have Wall Street pay for it with a financial transaction tax on Wall Street. So basically, it would levy a 0.5% tax on stock trades, 0.1% on bond trades, and 0.005% on derivative transactions. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. Is free college a good idea? Should we have Wall Street pay for it? I'm really curious about your thoughts on that. Also, speaking of increased rates and taxes, Biden is eyeing a tax rate as high as 43.4% in the next economic package. So basically, this 43% is actually just going to tax people who make $1 million or more. So basically, the federal tax rates for wealthy investors could be as high as 43.4%. 39.6% marginal rate would increase from the base rate of 20%. So basically, this tax of 43.4% is just on the rich. Is this a good idea? Should we tax the rich? Should we leave them alone because they worked hard for their money? Or should all their wealth be used to help other people out, to give a hand up, not a hand out? I'm really curious about your thoughts on that. Next, let's get into the big news regarding a Social Security monthly increase in pay. So Bernie Sanders and Jamal Bowman pushed Biden to bolster SSI for people with disabilities. So this is the official letter right here. It's written to President Biden and Vice President Harris. Basically, these first two paragraphs are saying that the current Social Security system or payout system is not enough. It hasn't been updated in a while. The big line here, the big paragraph is raise benefit levels above the federal poverty line. It's saying that people on Social Security are not making enough money. Then it says that SSI benefits have long been inadequate, with the federal benefit level standing at only $794 a month, far below the federal poverty line. Then it goes on to say, during your campaign, you called for addressing this crisis, rightfully pointing out that people with disabilities and older adults should never have to live in poverty in America, right? So they're saying that you promised this in your campaign, and it's true. If we look at President Biden's website that he campaigned on and a lot of the promises, it is to increase monthly Social Security checks by $200 per month. This offer is actually a little more generous than $200 per month, so I'm going to get into the numbers now. Then it says, we believe you were correct and ask you to raise the benefit to at least 100% of the federal poverty line. So what does that mean, 100% of the federal poverty line? So if we look here, if I went to Google and I just typed in federal poverty line, it is at $12,880 for an individual, and it goes up the more people that are in the household. But we're just going to use this 12,880 number first. So let's go to the calculator, and if we calculate it, so basically right now it's $794 a month, right? So if we do 794 times 12, that's going to equal $9,528 for the year for people on Social Security. But with the new plan, if we do, they would make $12,880 for the year, and if we divide that by 12, that's going to equal $1,073 increase in pay, or that's how much the monthly pay is going to be, the new monthly pay for Social Security recipients. And the increase, if we minus then 794, is going to be $279. So that's an additional $79 more than what President Biden campaigned on. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Is this a good amount? Should it be more? Should it be just this? Should it be less? Let me know your thoughts on this. Also, if you appreciate all of the fact-based information that I'm giving you, I'm doing hours of research every day so I could give you this information. If you appreciate that, subscribe to the channel. I'll give you the latest details regarding Social Security increase for stimulus check and other stimulus programs. But I want to show you the facts. That's the most important thing to me. I want to show you exactly where this information is coming from. There's more to this as well. They want to increase the SSI asset limit and index it to the inflation going forward, basically saying that SSI's asset limit, last updated in 1984, restricts recipients to $2,000 in countable resources, $3,000 for married couples. So they want to raise that and then have it tied to the inflation rate so it'll go up consistently, because that's really low. It's kind of shameful how that number is so low. Also, they want to update the income exclusions and index them to inflation going forward. And they also want to eliminate marriage penalty and in-kind maintenance and support rules that reduce benefits for those who receive shelter, meals, and groceries from our family and friends. So those are the changes that they want to make to Social Security. Let me know your thoughts on that. This is supported by Jamal Brown, Sherrod Brown, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, among many other politicians in the House and in the Senate. Just Democrats so far, no Republicans. So yeah, that's with the increase in Social Security. As more information comes out, I'll let you know about that. Senate Republicans unveil a $568 billion counteroffer on infrastructure upgrades. So I feel like every other day a new number's coming out. It was $650 billion, and they said it's between $600 billion and $800 billion. Now we have another number, it's $568 billion. So really quick, I'll go over where that money is being spent. So it's totaling $299 billion towards repairing roads, highways, and bridges, which is what Republicans consider traditional infrastructure. Then the remaining money will go $61 billion for public transit, $44 billion for airports, $65 billion for broadband internet access, and then it proposes an additional $35 billion for water and wastewater projects. So that's where their money is being spent. Doesn't have as many care infrastructure or human infrastructure programs compared to the Democrat $2.2 trillion plan. Let me know your thoughts on that. Should the Democrats just be on board with this with the Republicans, and then the Democrats can pass all their other programs later on through reconciliation? Let me know your thoughts on that. Let's talk about the fourth stimulus check now. So lawmakers are pushing for another direct payment. Still, there's more news coming out on this on a daily basis. Basically, this is the letter that was written to President Biden saying that there needs to be more stimulus checks. Basically saying, we urge you to include recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions tied to economic conditions in your Build Back Better long-term economic plan. So they want 4 stimulus checks to be recurring, as well as extensions to unemployment, which is tied to economic conditions, which would make it automatic. Meaning that, let's just say unemployment numbers go up, then automatically people would be sent a check and there wouldn't have to be any voting in place. Let me know your thoughts on that. Also, a report came out saying that sending a 4th and 5th stimulus check could keep 12 million Americans out of poverty. According to this report, it's saying that evidence from last year shows stimulus checks to be the fastest and most impactful investments helping Americans get through the crisis, lifting more people out of poverty than any single policy, saying that more needs to be done in terms of sending out stimulus checks, saying that it called for government to continue delivering stimulus checks to lift an additional 12 million out of poverty on top of the 16 million Americans from the most recent $1,400 stimulus payment. Basically saying that more help is needed. We have 2 proposals at the moment, $2,000 per month stimulus check, and then one is giving $2,000 per month stimulus check until the pandemic is over, and then $1,000 per month after that. Let me know your thoughts on that. 4th and 5th stimulus check. Really interesting. I haven't heard anything about a 5th stimulus check yet. Next, let's talk about the 3rd stimulus check, and then I'll get to your questions. So 2 million more economic impact payments were dispersed this week, totaling an approximate 161 million. So this seems like it's close to the actual amount. There may be a few more people expecting to get the stimulus checks. Basically, the way these numbers break down, 700,000 went to eligible individuals who the IRS didn't have their information through a tax return, and then another 700,000 in plus-up payments. So this is more checks. If you didn't receive any money for your dependents, they sent out another 700,000 plus-up payments for that. As well as 600,000 checks went to Social Security beneficiaries. Then then it breaks it down saying that 900,000 direct deposits were sent out this week. 1.1 million paper checks were sent out this week. So if 1.1 million were sent out this week, it probably means you're not going to get another check until May. So if you haven't received your stimulus check, it seems like they're sending more checks in the mail compared to direct deposit. Even if you got direct deposits in the past, it looks like they're sending out more paper checks. Not really sure why. But let me know down in the comments below. Are you missing a 3rd stimulus check? It seems like almost everybody has gotten them so far. I'll give you more updates on this. It's also saying that the IRS will continue to make economic impact payments on a weekly basis. So it didn't say that it's done. If you didn't get it yet, it says that they're still sending out more. Next, I'm going to answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. Steve McLaughlin asks, I'm wondering, since SSI is federal, if he can do a slight increase with an executive order. So I haven't heard anything about President Biden doing an executive order with the Social Security increase. I'm not sure if he's even allowed to do that. I feel like that option would have been offered before, but I could be wrong. To be honest, I'm not sure about that. Next question, Daniel Wood. Have they put out the qualifications for the child tax credit in July? Currently going through a divorce, and my information for 21 taxes is going to be different than last year's. I'm sorry for your divorce, Danielle. I wish you the best. But in terms of qualifications, they haven't come out with that information. Supposedly, they're going to set up a portal after May 17th, which is less than a month away. So hopefully, we'll have more information on that. Next question comes from Shaylee Ledev. Asks, did you once say that the extra $200 a month will be done in a way that it won't affect other benefits, SNAP, VA? I'm seeing people concerned. So regarding that legislation that I just shared with you earlier, it didn't really say what's going to happen with other benefits, if this is going to increase your monthly income and then you can't get SNAP or anything else. I don't have those answers yet. As soon as more information comes out, I'll let you know. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure about how that affects other programs. Anyways, that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To hopefully cheer you up a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. When you do something and you don't learn, you will be a better person. If you learn, then you'll grow up and be more better at things that you learned. That's all I want to get the information to you. Guys, see you in the next tip of the day, and be safe. See you in the next tip of the day.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you want to see some of my other YouTube videos on my other channel, check out this one. I just published it. It's Will Smith's Success Rules. He's really funny and he gives a lot of life wisdom at the same time. So click that video now. It's on my Wise Vibes channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.